Hello, my name is Taewan Kim, and I recently completed my PhD at KAIST. And today I'm really excited to share our project called DiaryMate, Understanding User Perceptions and Experience in Human AI Collaboration for Personal Journaling. This work was done in collaboration with Donghoon Shin from University of Washington, Youngho Kim from Neighbor AI Lab, and my advisor, Professor Hwajung from KAIST. Recently, there has been a lot of work done on understanding how large language model can support writers. For example, it provides inspiration to the writers and also helps them translate their ambiguous concept or ideas into a concrete writing. And the diverse perspectives comes from the LLM can make writer to have more broader view of the topics they are writing. And for the last, LLM also can enhance the productivity of the writing practice by adding grammatical errors or restructuring the writing. With these benefits, LLM now support users in various writing contexts such as creative writing, copywriting, scientific writing, and argumentative writing. However, I was interested in what opportunities and possibilities an LLM might offer in the context of more subjective and personal writing domains, such as journaling on a blog or self-disclosure. The first motivation for this exploration was the idea that if a large language model can provide inspiration and diverse perspectives on a specific topic, I wonder whether it can help users to reflect on themselves with fresh views, which might provide new insights about them. Also, I wonder whether the LLM's capability in expanding vocabulary could enhance the writer's capability or capacity to articulate thoughts and events and experience more expressively. So with this motivation and backgrounds, I designed and built a system called DiaryMate. And this application was designed as a probe to understand and explore how users adopt and collaborate with the LLM in the context of journal writing. So let's watch the video of the DiaryMate interaction. So using this system, I deployed this app to the 26 participants with 10 days and collected interaction logs and conducted a debrief interviews to elicit users' perception and experience of using this kind of system. So in this presentation, due to the time limits, I will share some of the findings related to the user experience and user perception of the human AI collaborative writing. So first of all, I wonder whether the user who is already good at writing journals used our LLM-based feature. Interestingly, we found out that there was no correlation between the user's existing journal writing habits and the number of LLM features uses during the study. For example, participant number 5, who does journal writing regularly, mentioned that she used DiaryMate's features a lot to understand more about her emotions and moods because it provided a better chance to reflect on her internal feelings. This implies that the LLM is not only useful for those who are not familiar with the writings, but also it provides help to people who are already proficient in this kind of tasks. If so, we would like to further understand how the use of large language models influences user self-disclosures and expression. Therefore, we examine the correlation between the number of LLM requests and the length of journal entries. And we found out that there was a statistically significant positive correlation between them. However, the increase in journal length might simply be because the app writes text on behalf of the users. Thus, we further analyze the correlation between the selection count, which is the number of times a user actually click a suggestion, and the length of the journal. And interestingly, we could not find a correlation in this analysis. In other words, interactions with LLMs could help users write more about themselves, but it's not simply due to the convenience of having an LLM write the text on behalf of the user. So what did participants find positive about the LLM in journal writing context? First, participants appreciated being able to read different perspectives that other people might have about the experiences they type in. One participant mentioned that it was like seeing the thoughts and feelings of 5 different people, and she actually perceived it as a genuine ideas or thoughts to consider. And participant 10 mentioned that I write a journal because I want to see myself more objectively. So I think it was meaningful experience to see what other people think about the exact keywords in the same or similar context. Second, even though our system did not have the image of agents like chatbot, many participants perceived the role of LLM in providing empathy and comfort in terms of understanding users' context and nuanced inputs and responding to it. So participant 16 mentioned that I was comforted by the AI because I felt like I was not the only one who had been through it. However, the naturalness of the sentences generated by the LLM also led some unexpected user experiences. Some participants demonstrated the possibility of being biased towards the LLM's output. For instance, after finishing the journal writing and reviewing it, they questioned like, is that really what I wrote? Or identified a different direction from their initial intentions. So for example, participant 15 mentioned that I forgot my feelings and followed what AI said. And next, we are also able to construct findings on how participants wanted to control the LLM's behavior after using a DiaryMate for 10 days. Especially, we found that participants wanted to reflect their intention to the LLM's behavior in the context of journal writing. First, the participants mentioned that they wanted to control whether the LLM would generate sentences about objective description of the facts and the situation, or the subjective description of feelings and reactions. Participants wanted to write journal wherein the objective facts and subjective feelings were balanced. So to this end, they wanted to adjust the nature of the generated sentences according to their needs and intentions. For example, participant 16 mentioned that I wish that there was an emotional and rational axis as a parameter that I could control. Sometimes I want to hear rational solution for my current situation, and if I need emotional comfort, I want to get emotional consolation and empathy from the AI. Participants also noted that they wanted to control the overall emotion of the sentences generated by the LLM. Some participants mentioned that they wanted to set the overall feeling that they want to emphasize in the journal. From that perspective, they mentioned wishes that they could choose a certain range of feelings or emotions that the LLM generated. Based on our findings, we discussed opportunities and considerations for the use of LLMs in the journal writing context. First, usually the unpredictability and diversity of an LLM have been known to provide support to user in creativity and inspiration. Meanwhile, in the personal context, we found that these characteristics of LLMs can be utilized as a material and tools to reflect on users' own thoughts and experiences from diverse perspectives. Furthermore, the LLM's capabilities in contextual understanding and the text it generated based on this understanding led users to perceive DiaryMate as a co-writing entity, as an agent that could help them with their journal writing. Especially the fact that this entity is not human but machine encourages them to write their thought more honestly and comfortably. However, we also found that LLM's remarkable capability for generating contextualized and natural sentences in diary writing context can negatively affect user agency and autonomy. Therefore, it is necessary to explore how future human AI interactions should be designed to ensure user agency and autonomy in such a personal context. So in conclusion, our study provides empirical findings and implications on how LLM supports users' personal and reflective journal writing. We hope our study provides insight into designing future human language model interactions in a personal and reflective writing context. Thanks for listening, and if you have any questions and interest in our research, feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you.